Damn, I forgot I had to use this. Hey, who got you got $27 on your cash app?
Yeah.
Send it to Lamar for me, and I'll send it back because my phone is on the you did. What? We live?
Yeah.
Good. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory and honor and praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakodash.
double honor to our apostle, great millstone, citation, the icon of four corners, pushing his truth in all sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. All right, this is, of course, the Wisconsin Cap coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. We came inside today because it was, -1, -2 outside right now. So we're doing the in-house through the Spirit. And you brothers got it, whatever y'all, with precepts, articles.
Okay, I wanted to start with that article dealing with them saying that the UAPs or the UFOs are from God rather than from somewhere else.
Oh yeah, that's an article on it?
Yeah, it's an article.
Oh shit, okay, great.
And I got the article. It's another article that say that the people that read, well, it's religious people within NASA that's saying that they thought the UFOs are demons.
Mm-hmm.
I got an article. I did a lesson on that too.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yep.
Did y'all post that in the chat? The current events. I guess we can start with that one.
Well, can I start with the precept before you bring out that article?
You got it.
Let's get what does it say? Enter into the house of the thief. Zechariah 5. Yeah, somebody want to grab that because just going on that article, it's been a lot of quote unquote UFO, or they call it aerial phenomenon sightings, which is the chariots of Israel. And the reason being is because this is one of the signs that Yahweh Shai and the angels are going to come to, one, destroy America, aka Babylon the Great, and two, deliver the elect. So it makes sense that there's a lot of talk about what is known as the UFOs now. Before, it was a lot of laughing, there was a lot of scoffing. Yeah. Oh, I ain't never seen one. They're not real. But throughout the years, by the way of the internet and these smartphones, people are seeing them all over the world and they're uploading them to the internet. Mm-hmm. Now people is realizing that the prophets have been right. All right, those bug outs, those niggas, spics, wetbacks, drunken Indians, those bums on the corner, the things that they've been saying all these years, beginning with our apostles of Great Millstone, all the way back to the 80s, the 90s, the 70s. The UFOs are the vehicles of the angels.
They just had a video of someone was recording two chariots throwing lightning back and forth to each other. I don't know if y'all seen that, but they
yeah, Esau can't touch this.
But they said it was they called them UFOs. But you know, people catching on, man. This is an example.
The whole point is now that they're knowing that these things is real, because it was always a mystery whether or not if the UFOs is real. You had some people be like, I've seen them, you know, but it wasn't broadened. Now that the internet is here, now you have a lot of people is coming out uploading little clips. Remember, World Star Hip Hop used to do it a lot.
Yeah,
you know, now they have certain recordings and videos that they recorded 25 years ago of certain astronauts. Is coming out and saying that these things are real, that they've been exposed to them. See, it was a mystery or a secret for a certain period of time, but now the Lord is revealing it because we are on. The scriptures speak about, somebody get that too, where it says, "Look up."
Oh, Luke.
It says for things coming on into the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. So hey, we here, man. We at the time where Yahweh Shai is finna usurp his authority. Okay? Go ahead.
I got a precept
Whatever
before Zechariah. This is Isaiah 16:8. It says, "Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows?" That's talking about the chariots. But like even when you said it was a mystery, it was a question right here too. Who are these that fly as a cloud? But now we know the answer. It's not the refraction or reflection of the light hitting the sun to the ozone that's bouncing back. They said that when the chariots came out behind the planet.
The sun, yeah.
Yeah, man. Esau is slippery, man, but it's the chariots, it's the vehicles of the Lord. Then I'll get Luke, I'll get Zechariah 2. It says, Luke 21-28, and when these things begin to come to pass, so like, let me start again, Luke 21-28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And that's also talking, we see, well, hold on. You know what? Let me start up. In verse 27, it says that when they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud, because that's the cloud is talking about the chariot. All right. The Lord has a fathership, all right, or you could call it a mothership, but the main chariot, all right. But it says, and when they shall see the Son of Man, which is Yahushua, coming in a cloud with power and great glory, because
Now, Slocky,
Go ahead.
now is he gonna come on an actual cloud? What is this cloud talking about? See? What is this cloud talking about? Now, ain't it in Spanish?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's the spirit. Yeah.
So the word cloud is nube in Spanish or in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
And when you translate the word cloud or nube, the word nube over to English, it means spaceship. Or it's a spaceship or vehicle.
Yeah. So the Lord is coming in that vehicle. The spaceships is the vehicles. The chariots are the vehicles of the angels in Yahushua, which eventually we'll be able to tap into.
own one.
Yeah, we have our own chariot.
But in the kingdom, we're going to all have a chariot over our house, protecting
Yeah.
us. Luke 21-27 again. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory.
Now remember how Yahushua, somebody get Acts the first chapter.
One is the first, yeah.
Also got Matthew.
One of y'all can get it because I got all the others.
And then get Revelation 1 and
I
7.
have that one.
See, it's time for look. The chariots is going to be made known what they are. These are the vehicles of salvation. These are the vehicles of Yahushua, the vehicles of the angels. All right. This is proving that we are coming in the last days. All right. Go ahead.
You want Revelation?
Whatever y'all got.
This is Revelation 1 and 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds.
See, he comes with the clouds. What is the clouds? These are the chariots, UFOs, if you will. All right, go ahead.
It says again, hold on. It's like it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Yeah, and every eye shall see him. Now remember in the movie Independence Day, okay? In the movie Independence Day, they had the UFO. So like in the beginning of the movie Independence Day, they showed America. Everybody was looking up. They showed, I think, goddamn, somewhere in the Middle East, everybody was looking up. In different areas of the world, where everybody was looking up, seeing this great cloud come over, and it was enfolding in itself.
Yeah, they showed the Gaza Strip.
You see?
Yeah.
Because they know, the elites of the world, they know that these UFOs have, this is a part of the scriptures. They know that the Lord is in those things, man. They know that that's how the Lord is coming back.
Well, actually, what? Hold on, curse.
I got a precept.
Is this more than real quick?
Yeah.
Finish that. Then you should present.
Revelation again 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds,
Mhm.
and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Aman. And why are they going to wail? Because it's Yahushua. Everybody thinks that. You had like with the Independence Day, people think there's going to be this invasion when these UFOs, these unidentifiable flying objects. My goodness. But that's really going to happen. All right. But they're trying to make you think that there's aliens inside
Yeah.
there. but we know that it's the angels. You brought out on the live earlier. Y'all brought out Amos the 9th chapter, that the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. That's the angels, and that's why it tells you in Luke to look up, because the eyes are over us now. They're watching. But that's a sign of salvation and relief to us, because we know that those vehicles are also going to take part in salvation for the elect.
Exactly.
So it says,
Shalom.
Shalom.
He also called out Ezekiel 1.
Yep, perfect. Ezekiel 1. Yep.
and it said, but in all kindreds of the earth shall bewail of him, even so Aman. Because Yahweh Shai is coming back with power, man. Like I said, in Luke, with power and glory. He's coming back with judgment. And a lot of that judgment's going to unfold to be, a demise and state for y'all people, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I got something real quick. Salaki.
Okay.
This is Jeremiah 10:1. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. See? So the heathens is dismayed at the signs of heaven. The signs of heaven is the chariots. Okay? In dismay, it goes into being frightened. This is why they as of last year, or maybe I want to say in 2020, they was having these they was having these open councils, these open live councils. I can't think of the name of them. It wasn't the UN.
The hearing?
You talking about the closed hearings?
Those hearings, they was having those hearings on the chariots, and they were every day scientists was bringing in their studies on the chariots, on how they can zip, they can move, they was giving their accounts on seeing them.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they're afraid of them. They're trying to figure how could they defy gravity? How could they in a second turn? You know how the Black Hawks, they have a certain maneuver. They're maneuvering in ways that no technology has seen.
Yeah.
If I said something real quick, because a proof of that is there's an interview by Joe Rogan, and he interviewed this astrophysicist.
Yep.
His name is Michio Kaku. He's Japanese, and he
Yep.
and he went into the military applications of what the chariots could possibly do, and then he also stated that there's nothing on Earth and will never be anything on Earth
Yep.
that's
Never.
able to
Yep.
match the.
I remember
match the
seeing that.
chariots.
Yep.
He said they go up to speeds of Mach 80 and above, and
Yep.
there's nothing faster.
Well,
They can't
that-
get to Mach 9.
With those leaders, though, the leaders did profess the same thing. They said that we are totally outmatched when it comes to the technology.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
because there's been videos like there was one where a chariot was next to a plane, and they're traveling, and the chariot just at a moment's notice just went up. Like,
Zipped up.
yeah. And then the famous one over Jerusalem.
Yep.
where-
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the first
Yeah,
one.
it gave off.
That was one of the first ones. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we first when we
Yeah,
first came
yeah,
in.
that was the
Yeah,
first
that
one
was
we had
heavy. Yeah, that was heavy.
I don't know if you mentioned
That
it
was
though, real
famous.
quick though. One of the biggest issues they are having too is that they did not know what's propelling it, like what giving it the power.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing, there's no engine, there's no,
Right, because Esau want to reverse
Right, it can't
engineer.
be.
Exactly. Yeah.
It
yeah.
can't
He
be.
reverse engineer.
One dude said that it whatever it was at some latitude, and it bust all the way down in like 5 seconds towards the water, and it was gliding on the water. Y'all can't fuck with the chariots.
You get whiplash and break your neck in this.
Yeah,
No,
they said G-force,
if these machines of Esau does anything of that nature, which they can't, they explode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They can't
Yeah.
do that. They'll explode.
Yeah. They had the movie with Tom Cruise. What was it?
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Yeah, the second
Top
one.
Gun.
Top
Top
Gun
Gun.
2.
Top Gun.
Maverick.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that.
Like he couldn't even endure the pressure you had to deal with at Mach 10.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's what they have
Oh,
for
yeah,
like
that-
Formula
yeah.
1 race cars. They have to have you go through
G-force
physical training
and all that.
in order to withstand the G-force.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it will kill you, okay, your chest in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a certain way you gotta breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna find out that the angels in power, like the elder brother said, Ezekiel 1. We're gonna read that too.
I got the Zechariah 5 if you want it.
and
Go
then
ahead, go
I
ahead.
found that article.
I'm gonna start at Zechariah 5:1.
After this, we're gonna read the article, and then we get the rest of the concepts.
Zechariah 5:1, and the title above it too says the flying scroll. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Yeah, remember back in the early 2000s, they called them flying saucers. You know? Go ahead. They keep on changing the names.
Right.
You know? There was flying saucers, and then space shuttles, you know? Then UFOs, now aerial phenomenons,
Yeah.
you know? IFOs. Go ahead.
It said, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
Yeah, so Esau, it's talking about Esau.
Yep.
This is the curse. So when you see the chariots is really a symbol symbolizing the curse of America. Okay? The chariot symbolizes the curse of America, aka Babylon the Great.
It says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as
Everyone that stealeth shall be cut off. Who stole the Israelites from their homeland? Who stole the world? Who was the covetous man that took over and through rape, rob, pillaging, murder? You know? In fact, there's a precept, if somebody want to get it real quick, Exodus 21 and 16. I think it's Exodus 21 and 16. He that stealeth a man. See? Read that again.
it says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off.
Everyone that stealeth. All right? You got it? Go ahead.
It's Exodus, the 21st chapter and the 16th verse. And it reads, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
See that? Break it down.
God, says he that stealeth the man, this is going into the law. See, now we know that Esau Edom, which is the biblical name of the so-called white man, woman, and child, beginning with the international banking families, they have enriched themselves and they have grown in prestige through stealing things. They've stolen land, they've stolen resources, they've stolen identities, man. But this precept specifically going into he that stealeth the man, specifically an Israelite man. All right, and we're in Esau's hand right now. We speak in your language. We got your last names. We have to perpetuate white supremacy on a daily basis, man. And a lot of our people are doing it unknowingly. So you Edomites have stolen us. You've stolen everything from us. Most importantly, us being the apple of the Lord's eye. The Lord says you'll surely be put to death, man.
That's right. And it says in Isaiah the 14th chapter, it goes into how he won't let his prisoners go or something. Yeah, he won't open the house of his prisoners.
So they won't let us go. So this is the same thing. I'm sorry.
No, go
This is the same thing what Pharaoh did.
Yeah.
When Moses said, "Let my people go," Pharaoh said, "I won't let you people go." So going back to what the brother just read, can you get that real quick in Isaiah? That he won't open his house into his prisoners. He ain't gonna let the Israelites go. So this is basically like a repeat because we are in Egypt again. We are in Egypt all over again. So guess what? The Lord's gonna have to do. The Lord is gonna have to come. All right. Go ahead.
Is it off?
Oh, it's-
Mine has internet. Mine has, this is its own mobile plan.
oh, okay.
Do you need internet?
I don't know, right?
Yeah, now Isaiah 14.
All right. Finish that off, lawyer.
That was, I can read it again though.
Yeah, read it again.
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
Yeah, found in his hand. We're going to that word hand in the Hebrew is yad. And the word yad means power. So we're found in the power of Esau. How are we in the power of Esau? Because we have a birth certificate. We have a social security number. All right. We are slaves by the way of contracts. All right. By Esau Edom. Yep.
UCC creditor.
The UCC creditor, the straw man. Straw man. When you look at your ID, your name is in all caps.
Yep.
That makes you a corporation. That makes you property, a business.
Literally capitalizing.
All right. So that's how we're found in his hand.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's perfect. I got it though.
You got it? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm going to start at, we start at 16. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Mm.
That did
Hey,
shake
I'm sorry.
kingdoms?
Go up a little bit with
Mhm.
Lucifer.
Okay.
Yeah, read from there.
All right, Isaiah 14:12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Yeah, this ain't no mystical creature from the underworld, the god of the underworld. This ain't no fucking god of the underworld with Greek mythology. All right, that Lucifer goes back to the light bearers of the world. In fact, Adam Weishaupt, I believe he was the first one to create the term Lucifer, which is them being the light bearers. If I'm not mistaken, it was by Adam Weishaupt.
Yeah,
Lucifer.
Luciferian Illuminati.
Right. Which goes back to Illuminati, meaning the enlightened ones or the illuminated ones, which is
Yeah.
the elites of the world.
Yeah.
That's what that Lucifer goes back to.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So go ahead.
Come. It says, how art thou cut down to the ground,
Right.
which didst weaken the nation?
How did Lucifer weaken the nations? By rape, rob, murder, pillaging, bringing in his democracy,
Policies and all
his
that.
policies.
Which policy goes back to the word cunning. So
Yep.
to be skillfully deceptive.
Yep.
It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend to heaven, into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
And that's what he's doing now. Who's the stars of the Most High? The Israelites.
Yeah, you start saying it's also in the Satan Angels Exposed book.
Yeah, you know what? That's where the whole information is about Adam Weishaupt. The Satan angels exposed.
Okay.
Yep. Kind of.
It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
See, he's sitting in amongst the congregation in the sides of the north. He's usurping authority over the Lord's children.
Yep, that's right.
That's what he's doing. That anointed cherub that covered, that's in I believe it's in
Ezekiel 28.
Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's right.
That anointed cherub that covered. What did he cover? He covered the identity of the Israelites. All right. This is what Lucifer did, which is the Edomite. Go ahead.
It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Right.
I will be like the Most High.
See, he put his spaceships. He put his satellites. This is why when Trump came into office, which Trump is, he's a control opposition.
Yeah.
Don't think for a second that that orange-faced demon, you know, that he's just going above the grain, going against the grain. He ain't going against the fucking grain, man.
That's Nero, right?
Nero.
Yeah, remember he the one that got mobilized all the yabs,
Yep.
Well,
you know?
And 5G.
I was just thinking with
Nero.
Nero,
And the 5G.
but Nero also had a knack for antagonizing the Israelites, back in history. So,
Yeah.
doing it now too, man,
I mean, he was doing it back in the day,
Right.
you know. But going back to Trump, what Trump did a couple of years ago is he created the third branch of the military.
Six.
Which is I'm sorry, the sixth branch of the military.
Okay.
All right, and the sixth branch of the military was what? The Space Force. Okay, so they're creating more spaceships and more things to go basically scope out the universe. Really, is to scope out the Lord with the chariot. That's what we leading off with. Because ultimately, to scope out the chariot, they're trying to predict when the Lord will return.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're trying to see when all the chariots is gonna just appear and pop out. You ain't gonna be able to catch that, man.
Can I read something?
Yeah. Go ahead. What's that?
This going directly to your point. So this is from a book called America's Deadliest Export, Democracy, by William Blum. And going back to the Space Force, that's the one I was talking about. Now this really goes all the way back to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is just from the introduction of entitled Full Spectrum Dominance. And just really quick, I was gonna read a quote from one of the generals of the United States Space Command. It says, "We will engage terrestrial targets one day, terrestrial targets someday. Ships, airplanes, lands, targets from space. We're going to fight in space. We're going to fight from space. And we're going to fight into space." General Joseph Ashey, Commander-in-Chief of the United States Space Command.
See, so they know that there's gonna be a point in time where they have to fight the Lord.
What's that?
That's
Revelation
in
11?
Revelation 11. Somebody get that. Satan, angels
It's
versus
Revelation.
Michael and his angels.
Yep.
It's 12. Okay,
Yep.
Salak.
Yep.
Salak.
Yeah, well, somebody get it, Bible Rashad? And maybe hold on that second Ezra the 13th chapter 2.
I already.
Let me finish this.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, the house of prisoners.
Yep.
So verse this Isaiah 14 and 16, it says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, all right, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble,
Right.
and that did shake kingdoms,
Yep.
that made the whole world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners."
That's it. So this is that man who's been identified.
Yeah.
He made the world a wilderness. He cut down all the trees, the life force. He put up these buildings.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
He goes down and pillages and destroys everything.
Well, man,
And he's not letting the children of Israel go.
Yeah.
did I send it to the chat?
He's holding us
about-
ransom. That's essentially what he's doing. He's holding us ransom.
Well, that's why it says in Jeremiah 51 that the Lord shall thoroughly plead our cause.
Yeah.
It said that the oppressed refuse to let us go. So it says he's going to disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. It says that a sword is upon the chariots; they shall dote all the inhabitants. But that goes into the trap, being caught. With the man that stole and is found within hand. Because Jeremiah talks about how the Lord laid a snare before Babylon, and that he had been caught. When the Lord comes back, man, we're going to still be slaves. We're going to still be a part of this,
System.
system, so to speak. I mean,
Yeah. No.
but we're still going to be in captivity when the Lord returns. That's why the Lord's going to come and do it. Contracts didn't work with Esau, man. Esau's never honored a contract in his life. What makes you think he's going to honor terms of agreement to Yahweh Shai if he comes and, hey, you know what? Let him go. I won't kill you. Just go somewhere else on the planet. It ain't going to work with that, man. It has to happen through war.
Yeah,
Remember that
every
Edomite that was on that report, he made it known that he says, we're going to be gods. And you can't stop us. The only way is through war.
Yeah.
That's a whole motherfucker, man.
Nah, he said, damn.
that
That was
was
cold-blooded shit.
Yeah, he was really mean.
He said,
Sorry.
you finna stop me from being God?
Yeah.
He says,
And he said, "Ain't nobody gonna stop me."
you want to stop us?
Well, that's
Only way
what
is through
the concept in the book, full spectrum dominance. They want to dominate everything.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point, that boy. I might read that book.
This is a dope book. It's going
Absolute
into World War
control.
II and all types of things.
Yeah.
Dope book.
But they know that's a good point. That they know that they're gonna have to fight the Lord.
Yep.
They know. That's why these movies that they have is
Yeah,
always
yeah.
these
That's
spaceships
always
fighting
the same
against
thing.
this and fighting against those that's in the sky.
That's terrible, man. They don't even know, man. I got that in Revelations 12 or in.
Well, can I?
Okay, come on. And I still got Zechariah. I still got Zechariah.
It's like, okay, let me just, because
Come,
what Yaakov just said, that we're still in his hand. And this is one of the reasons why Babylon's going to get destroyed. Because when you go to Revelation 18th chapter, they're going to list off the things that this devil has accumulated since his reign, right?
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right.
The souls of men. So when we go down, well, I'm going to read verse 1, Revelation 18:1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And that's going into the destruction of America. All right, and then it's going into the different creatures that's going to be here after the destruction. Okay? It says, for all the nations have drunk of wine, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, which is the philosophies. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Yep, they did wickedness to her. They did illness to her. In
Yeah,
fact,
that's
in
right.
Apocrypha speaks about how Asia made herself as of Babylon.
Yeah, that's right.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah,
Okay.
because one of the most profitable industries is geared towards jade.
Yep.
So you got the hair industry. You got all those different industries. They like make money off of
Yeah,
jade.
the
Pharmaceuticals.
Yep, $1 billion industry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not only just that, even the international trades, the international
Yeah.
trades. Yep.
Oh, prison system.
Yep,
Yes.
yep,
They still
But it-
profited from slavery. These banks,
yep.
you know.
Yep, but in this case, it's dealing with the international of all the nations, export, import, you know, all the trades that they've been doing with these other nations. Okay? So we're going to jump down to verse 13. And it says, now it goes into the different listings of what they have gotten from these different nations. In verse 13 it says, in cinnamon, in odors, in ointments, in frankincense, in wine, and oil, in fine flour, in wheat, in beasts, in sheep, in horses, in chariots, in slaves, in souls of men. So this goes back into Exodus 21:16. This goes back into Isaiah 4:14-16, where it speaks about how Esau, he has the Israelites in his captivity, in captivity as slaves through contract,
Yeah.
through contract and through physical. You know,
It was when you look at what a system is, it goes into an intricate design, and the word intricate means to be like an extremely detailed setup. You know, when
That's
Esau
awesome.
created his system for America, he knew he was going to put Israel into slavery. First of all, the whole founding of America was based on, you know, what they say was,
Eliminating the Israelites.
right. They brought him over. They brought Esau over, and these Edomites would bring slaves over from where they were at in Europe, and then they would incentivize Esau to come over to colonize, so-called colonize, by incentivizing them to like 50 acres of land per slave. So Esau was getting hella land, and then they were allowed to make up these market values, just imaginary numbers. But it was all incentivized on killing Jake when they came over.
yep.
So the whole slave part, you know, America's like number one, what do you call it, thriving aspect is controlling Jake or owning Jake.
Yeah.
As long as we stay in captivity, these Edomites, these devils, these elites, they know that America stays up.
They flourish.
And
Yeah.
they flourish, and that's why they also fear, you know, that what's coming, because they know that they're going to have to fight for it. That's why, again, it said, Yahushua said, "He shall thoroughly plead our cause." So,
You want to jump up into the article?
Yes.
I got 4 precepts for y'all lined up. So,
All right, so this is from DailyMail.com. 2 Republican congressmen claim UFOs could be angels sent by God, as they say sightings are consistent
Right.
with scripture from the Bible.
Oh, we in the end. We in the end.
I'm going to read it again.
Wow.
2 Republican congressmen claim UFOs could be angels sent by God, as they say sightings are consistent with scriptures from the Bible. I'll read a little bit into it. It says a second Republican congressman has publicly floated the idea that UFOs may be angels sent by the Most High.
I gotta use the word floated.
Missouri lawmaker Eric Burleson, who has been privy to classified briefings on the phenomenon, advanced this sensational theory on an amateur podcast this week. So he said it on a podcast. They may not fit exactly the biblical narrative, but whenever I use the term angels, as he told that UFO podcast Tuesday, to me it's synonymous with an extra dimensional being And that's what they finding out. This is from a whole nother dimension, you know, because, you know, one thing to reference, it says the strangeness of our salvation.
Y'all in trouble.
And when you go into the word strange,
Y'all in trouble.
it literally says out of this world.
Man, y'all in trouble.
Not seen of this world, not commonly known of this world. And essentially that's what's coming for our salvation.
Yep.
So I'm gonna continue a little bit into it, because here, this, he looked like he got a Nazi Führer's.
Can I read something real quick?
Come, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 28 and 21. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act."
That's what's up, yeah.
You see? That strange act is going to be when the chariots come and invade America, man. This is going to be something that has never been seen before. And it's dealing with war, okay?
Yeah.
Because when you go into in Mount Perazim, and it says, he shall be robbed as in the valley of Gibeon, it was dealing with different wars that had happened in ancient times. Okay? So this war that's going to come, this war is going to be on a whole nother level, man. Okay? And Esau think that he can try to predict how it's going to go. You know, that's why they make these movies like Independence Day. They make all these goofy-ass movies about the spaceships and fighting aliens and shit like that. But no, it's going to be on another level that you can never even fathom. His strange act. All right? It's going to be vehicles jostling in the streets, shooting laser
What's
beams.
that, Joel?
Nahum.
Oh, Nahum.
Nahum,
All right? That's what's going to happen. In the midst of
The fire.
people being beamed up, in the midst of fire coming down. So this is going to be something strange, man.
Hey,
I got precepts.
what was that movie, The World's End, with Jay Bashu and Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
And he grabbed
Oh,
onto
this
the
is the
leg.
end.
That's kind of what happened. There was fire
Yeah,
everywhere.
This is the end. Yeah.
Oh, this is the end. Okay.
Yeah, it was a comedy.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
comedy.
it was a comedy. Yeah.
It was
I
bugged out.
didn't
Yeah, it
realize
was
it
bugged
was a comedy.
I have that scripture.
But yeah, the end of the world happened. All these demons and stuff was flying around. And all that
But there's stuff like that going on now.
But they putting it out there for really. They be look. A lot of these movies is really geared for those that is in the know.
Yeah.
We are the right hand side Illuminati. They are the left hand side Illuminati. And really, at the end of the day, it's like we talking to one another. We talking shit to one another.
Yeah.
They talking shit what they saying with their movies and news and shit like that. Like, okay, we hear you.
It's
You
the
know?
invisible war.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they call us.
Invisible war.
That's why Trump called us the prophets of doom. They know what we're saying.
Prophets
Well,
of doom.
They hear us.
It's like their 7th chapter in the 49th verse. It says the day of doom shall be the end of the sun.
Mhm.
He ain't wrong.
And yeah, and they listen closely. They watching everything.
They watch every video.
Yeah. I got the Justin scripture if you want.
Wouldn't you?
I got Revelation.
Wouldn't you if those people terrified you?
You gotta study your enemy.
Yep,
You gotta know what your enemy. You gotta study enemy. Yep. Go ahead, Lloyd.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 14. And it reads, "Good is set against evil,
Bingo.
and life against death."
That's it. That's what we at. Good against evil.
Yeah, that's right.
This is
Right.
the good against evil. This is Yahweh Shai and his army versus Satan and his army.
That's it.
And guess what? We all and look and the Lord had the first army. All right, we got the soldiers on the ground, which is the prophets. All right, then you got the spiritual soldiers, the angels. Then he's gonna come with the space force.
That's right.
All right,
Our space.
I got a precept.
you got it on all levels, man. You got the ground, you got the water, and you got the air.
Let me finish. It says, "Good is set against evil, and life against death.
Right.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly." But it says, "So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another." The Lord created everything, and everything has a contrast. Everything has an opposite. I believe it's Ecclesiastes 3. It goes into there's everything on the earth. There's a purpose for it, and a time for everything under the sun. Which goes to show you the perfect balance of the Heavenly Father. He created these things for His will to be fulfilled ultimately.
it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, that we esteem Esau as the counterfeit. So
that's
he's completely opposite.
Right. Esau will be the antagonist in the Lord's movie. We're the protagonists. The Lord created good and evil. You know, the script.
I got
I got a precept that back you up though, real quick. 2nd Ezra 16:29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And speaking about the elect. All right, and the brother was speaking about the strangeness of the chariots that's going to be coming. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter goes into that, the strangeness of our salvation. You know, so far beyond all that they look for, and that's via the chariots, the so-called UFOs. Continuing on, verse 30, it says, "And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth."
The astonishment. Yeah.
And when you go into that word astonishment real quick in Google, it says, great surprise.
Yeah, see, great surprise. And then Wisdom of Solomon 5 goes into that far beyond all that they look for.
Yeah.
Not expecting what's coming.
God. And some similar words is confusion. You know, when they're being dismayed, you know, going to being afraid and confused, like what, you know, what's going on? It said perplexity, disbelief. You know, they only believe what their eyes are seeing. All right, so that, you know, more definitions, but
Esau so damn weird. He weird because, like, he watching the videos. He trying to catch on the prophecy. He's seeing that he's seeing it all. He watching the prophecies happen. He hearing us speak about the prophecy, but the nigga still gonna try to fight.
right.
And then he's still gonna be surprised because it ain't gonna come when he wanted, how he wanted. You can put as many satellites in the fucking world as you want. You still not gonna be able to predict when the Lord is gonna come.
Yeah, it says
But that's the
even-
carnalness of them. And we telling you this. Everything we saying has been checking out though.
Right.
Damn, them niggas right about that. They right. Alright, let's counter it. So how much more we right about how you finna get this surprise ass whooping? You know when you get in trouble, right? And you didn't get in trouble for a whole week. You ain't got a whooping at all. You didn't get bad grades. You didn't get you done left out the house on time, but you still late for school. You done got the phone calls.
Right, teacher call.
The teacher done called. I know I used to delete. The teacher used to call. The school used to call. Used to go home and delete the message. But the parents already found out. You know. You sleep. You in a good ass sleep. You ever been woken up in a good ass sleep?
By ass whoop?
Wow, belt. You got your ass whooped without even. Come on, man. That's what's gonna happen to Esau.
What did the dude say? Who's your daddy, Marcus? Hey, man, that happened way too often in my career.
Big ass nigga.
You know,
He
trauma.
said, "Hey,
you
what
got
he said?
trauma.
How was funny?" He said, "I'm gonna whoop you till I get tired, and I'm gonna how to whoop." Hey, he said, "I'm gonna get an ass whooping, man."
Yes,
All right.
Just because it even work.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Not for speed.
Nobody can get that.
It's one more verse here too. 2nd Ezra 13:31. It says, "And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another."
Yep, it's gonna be different realms. There's a spiritual and there's a spiritual realm that's gonna come out, and this is dealing with World War III. Okay, remember what's his name? Let me pull up real quick. Daddy Bush.
Herbert Walker.
Oh, Ronald Reagan even said that too.
I'm sorry,
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Ronald
Yeah,
Reagan.
it was Ronald. Yeah, Ronald.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get there real quick before you continue. Ronald Reagan, the UN speech. You don't think that they're going back and looking at this? Saying, all right, this is what Reagan was talking about. See, the elites knew what he was talking about. They got their documentations and their information that they go back to and look at too. Here we go.
We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
Hold on, that ain't the whole thing.
And then what? I don't know, it's silly, but like the movie Avengers when Thor was talking to what's it called? The black
In
dude
our
Samuel Jackson.
obsession with antagonism,
He was Fury. He was like, this is a signal to all realms that men are ready for a higher form of war, and that's kind of what Esau's doing here, man. He's like, all right, you ready to fight me? You know, so
Well, that's happened at the end of Transformers too.
What does it? He said, put away our differences. That's it. That's it.
Optimus Prime sent out that signal to the rest of Transformers.
I mean, they made them like what was it? Lex Luthor and when Batman he says, and he's heard that bell, you know, ding 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 ding. Yeah, you know, and ultimately, man, Esau called the Lord to him, you know, because the Lord, hey man, the Lord is like the eye of Sauron, man. You put that ring on, it immediately turns to it. Yeah. And with that iniquity, all that violence that Esau put on the earth and onto Israel especially, that immediately turned the Lord's attention to you.
Right.
You know, so
you got the target on your back.
You got, yeah, man.
Can I read something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is
well, I'm sorry. Finish that.
I'm sorry.
The second Ezra 13.
Okay.
What was reading?
I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me? Nobody read it yet.
No,
I'll read it.
I was reading it, but
No.
you want to start from the top.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
to
start.
whole
I was
thing.
gonna start at the
Well,
beginning.
just find the
That
key
part that
points.
I-
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Try maybe at verse 5.
Maybe at 5. You
Right,
might as
there's
well start at
like-
1.
Yeah.
You know what it says? Because it says that there was a gathered a multitude of men out of number to fight. And it said that to subdue the man that came out to sea.
What?
But verse 1 talks
Start
about.
with verse 1.
Yeah.
Verse 5.
You want to read it or you want me to?
Yeah, just read it all. Just read it through.
This is 2 Ezra 13:1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And that man is talking about Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, because he's gonna have a host of angels at his backside.
And that's in what,
As
Daniel?
he's leading the charge. Yeah.
Daniel, what, 7? Yep. Because Yahweh has an army, and he's the Lord of hosts, and then you have his son, Yahweh Shai, who also has his own army. They meet together.
Michael is his top general.
Come.
Yeah, and then just imagine you have absolutely no chance because one of the angels can take you out.
Yep.
And then
One of the angels.
Yeah.
It says, and I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
Thousands
You
of
talking about overkill.
talking about full spectrum dominance.
Yeah, but that's why the Lord raised up Esau so he can show his power.
Yep.
Lord ain't really never showed his power.
Right.
And we gonna see
The first time that he really showed his power was when he delivered us out of Egypt.
Yeah, right.
So the next deliverance out of Egypt is going to be immaculate. It's going to be on a whole nother level. Man.
So it said we're not even gonna remember the, I mean, we're not remember, but we're not even gonna commemorate the first one. We're gonna commemorate this one.
Yeah. It's going to
be a great miracle.
This next deliverance is going to be another high holy day.
Yeah.
Because it's like when we the Passover was that high holy day for the deliverance. So when this next go around happens, this is going to be like the next high holy day.
Yeah.
It said, that he waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And that's talking about the laser capabilities from these chariots. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So these people are these men were gathering to fight Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, but then that's what Ronald Reagan is alluding to. So it's written. So he's saying, what if if somebody come from outer space?
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
And they're showing, and just like everything they show in movies, they show that too. There's a movie called The Arrival with what's that dude name from Jake, whatever his name was, Barnett, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And with the girl who played the Superman's girlfriend, Lois.
Oh
Yeah, and they, in order to stop the war,
right.
they had to all come together.
Yeah.
All the nations came together.
They had to get the linguist to decipher.
Yeah, the
language.
message. Yeah.
Was it 12 chariots or was it like 7 or something or 9?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I might have been.
Yeah.
But it says that they all coming together to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. That's talking again about the ship, the spaceship. All right,
Flew upon a mountain.
the chariot. Yeah, it flew up upon it. Yeah, you coming with a great chariot, man. It said, remember a couple of years ago with the NASA sighting on that camera? What was that? Like the camera, or I don't even know what you would call that device. It detected a UFO 3 times the size of the Earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's one of them powerful.
They had an image of a chariot that filled the whole world. Y'all remember that? It was about 7 years ago. About 6-7 years ago, they showed an image
On Eclipse of Earth.
of a chariot bigger than the whole world. Bigger than the whole earth. Look. Esau see a lot of shit. That nigga see a lot of shit. He got all them satellites. He got all that. Remember, he the left hand, so he got all that certain technology where he can see far out and do all this.
Imaging and all of that.
Yeah, they
He
can
see
take
shit.
pictures of other galaxies. Yeah.
That same church you talking about, they were showing the image of it blocking so meteors from hitting the earth. Like it was sitting out like a force field to keep,
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's him.
No, I got this.
See that shit?
Imagine that, man. Yeah. So,
Yeah, Esau, you in trouble, man.
Yeah.
You in trouble.
It says, and after this I beheld, hold on. It said that he flew upon it, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid. And yet durst fight. The only thing that they can conclude was, we got to fight them. We have no choice.
Yep.
And that's what the Lord's going to do to them in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. They're going to fight.
Yep.
It says, and lo.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be like, it ain't gonna be no drunken, goofy flying into the chariot, letting off a bomb.
yeah.
I'm back. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't happening. Ain't gonna be no so-called Jew with a computer to go inside the chariot and detonate a bomb and make it out.
A virus.
No, first they had
a virus.
Skyline.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to turn off the force field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you turn out the force field.
You want to hope that they can't.
Yeah. Will Smith and that fake Jew ain't gonna be in the mystery chariot, mystery spaceship to turn off the force field of the chariots, man. That ain't gonna happen. It's a good story. It's a good Hollywood picture.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's why I call it Hollywood.
They only see the chariots because the chariots are letting them see it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And they come up with some stories with a carnal mindset. It's like you think of the chariots to be something carnal when it's not. It's beyond your imagination.
You can't deal.
Yeah.
And then every movie is them winning.
Every movie.
Or they get overwhelmed. They get overwhelmed, but man has a reserve.
Exactly.
I'm going to trail on and I'm going to find a way to beat them.
Yeah, bro. Shit.
What he say? The birds! The birds! Listen, Tom Cruise on War of the Wells? No shields!
Man ain't got that much strength, yo. I'm trying to tell you.
It said, right?
It say in the scripture, it say that their hearts is going to fail you.
Right.
Your hearts is going to fail you, man.
Yep.
Most people gonna die
I had
on sight.
that Luke 21.
Exactly.
Most people gonna die on sight.
Yep.
Just like when the nation of Israel, when they told Moses, you go talk to the Lord lest we die.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gonna see the chariots and have strokes and heart attacks and shit.
Yeah.
Just from feeling the spiritual pressure.
But it says right here, this is how we know that the technology, their weaponry, all that doesn't match up against the Lord. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. So the Lord don't even need to, he didn't even need a weapon in his hand to deal with you, man.
Light work.
It's ain't gonna be no combat. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a good ass combat battle.
Right.
Nah, nigga.
Like some casualties, some
Some of your men died, some of our men died. No.
It was a valiant fight. Well fought battle.
No.
It's over with.
No.
There's a show called Reacher,
This is
man.
a fatality.
That's it.
Yeah.
A flawless victory. This is gonna be a flawless victory.
Perfect.
All right.
So there's a show called Reacher, and they, if you watch it, it's actually good. I like it. They had the second season, but Reacher ends up having an issue with one of these Edomites, causing trouble in the city, and he ends up making an issue that brings Reacher's attention. Reacher goes into the building, the restaurant, and he's like, you know who you look like? You look like a guy who knows some things. He's telling this to the Edomite, and he said, but here's the thing that you didn't know. He's like, what it feels like when I hit you, because if you did, you would have never did this. You would have never did what you did. It's the same way with the Lord. If you knew, I mean, you, like the brother said, you seen, we telling you what's happening or it's going to come to pass, and it's coming to pass, and then you still continue after you've seen the power of the Lord being displayed. You've seen the Russian helicopter leaving the base, and the chariot absorbed that helicopter, and you try to hide that. You've seen that happen, but you think you can. You stand a chance against that?
Yeah, the scripture said they didn't consider the latter end.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just pride.
Exactly.
Stupid pride too.
Yeah.
Gerard got a quick precept up.
Yep, that Luke.
Yeah,
I was just looking at it. Go ahead.
It's Luke chapter 21, verse 26 says, men's hearts failing them for fear. It says, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord's going to shake the heaven and the earth too. And the apostles went into that a couple weeks ago. Even just from the earth shaking up, there's going to be earthquakes, buildings are going to fall. Talks about the buildings falling and all that.
Yeah.
People are going to faint and die just from that, man. But that's just from the power of that's just from the Lord shaking shit.
Yeah.
That's all.
He just reminded me of when the Lord, when the dead rose. Now think of how much more when he comes back.
Oh yeah,
That power.
Everything gonna stop, including your hearts.
The dead earth stood still. Verse 10 says, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks of tempest. It says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest.
And laser beam.
Yep. And fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived.
So they was like that.
Yeah, they show you a glimpse of that in the movie Independence Day.
Yep.
When the chariot hit the city, and then it's kind of like a nuclear bomb went off.
God.
Yeah, it blew up everything. Yeah.
It says, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. This ain't even a fight, man. This is heavyweight versus light, what is featherweight?
Featherweight.
Phantom, yeah. Phantom. 100 pounds.
He saw y'all through. It's over.
Like a
with.
schoolgirl.
You crank about 300-pound nigga, you ain't gonna die.
It's like Mike Tyson fighting Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Yep.
Annihilation.
It says,
Yeah.
The trumpet.
Yeah.
Annihilation.
Annihilation.
but that's it on that, or did you want more? That was it. Well, I had that one in Revelation 12 still about the war. Okay, this is Revelation 12:5. It says, and she brought. Wait, hold on. No, Revelation 12:7 says, And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. That's basically Esau, you know, and his whole empire that he built up in this time, man. You know, when his allies coming together to fight Yahweh Shai, man, and, you know, fight, like I said, Michael and his angels. All right, so because they're gonna fight.
Yahweh Shai and the innumerable multitude that's gonna come down on earth versus the UN,
NATO,
NATO,
EU.
Yep, NATO, the EU, all these different
Super armies.
Armies.
Yep,
Man.
yep.
And don't forget about DARPA. Don't forget that they've been planning DARPA for the last 20 years. Don't think it's just something new. The DARPA's been going on really for the last 20 to 25 years, man. Yeah. Making the robots and making the machineries and things that can fight out of space. And, you know, they going to fight too. So we're going to be fighting machines and all of that. That's what the Matrix was about.
Drones, yeah, they gotta have drones.
That's what the Matrix movie was about. They're going to have machines fighting. All right, that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Eraser?
Terminator.
Yeah.
The machines.
Well, of course, it only makes sense they have drones, because that's the warfare now. They doing it by remote control.
That's a part of transhumanism.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a part of transhumanism. That's a part of transcending. That's a
Yeah.
part of man versus machine, the merging of man and that really that's the fourth industrial revolution. Emerging flesh with machine.
Yep, yep.
So they got super soldiers, super dogs, super robots, super this, super that. All equipped X-Men. They're creating their own X-Men to fight against the Lord. That's Satan's angels versus Michael and his angels.
That's right.
And one of their top weapons is laser technology. They've been perfecting that over
Oh yeah,
because that's the only thing that can move fast enough to, you know, well, the Chariots are still faster than that.
No, yeah, they had
Oh,
the lightning strike.
That they should have the movie Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well,
The
yeah,
80s with the lasers.
Yeah, they shot the laser at the lightning bolt the other months ago. This is DARPA, you know.
But if I can ever find this video clip that I seen a while back, they showed like them trying to hit a chariot from Earth.
Oh.
And the chariot moved like seconds before, you know, it
I thought
showed
it was
up.
from the satellite, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like viewing outside of the Earth
satellite.
and like down towards Earth, and they showed the
Oh,
beam, you know, try to hit it. But that was back in the 80s, like 80s or like late 70s. So imagine what they got now if they was testing it back then.
When you go into the atrocities, they were using lasers to burn up. To burn them up down there. So you know, of course, their technologies have been way above what it was back then.
Yep.
They just don't put it out there.
And it's the Lord that's putting them on the level, you know, because the Lord like a challenge. You want them at least have something to try to, you know, think that they, because that's puffing their mind up to want to fight. And they're like, well, we got it now. We should be able to do it with this.
Yeah, the Lord needs. It's a provocation. It's an occasion. He brought an occasion to this thing. So yeah.
Yep.
I can read this just real quick. This is another excerpt from the book, America's Daily Export. And it's from the same subsection titled Full Spectrum Dominance. It says, during the early portion of the 21st century, space power will also evolve into a separate and equal medium of warfare. The emerging synergy of space superiority with land, sea, and air superiority will lead to full spectrum dominance. Development of ballistic missile defenses using space systems and planning for precision strikes from space offers a counter to the worldwide proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Space is a region with increasing commercial, civil, international, and military interests and investments. The threat of these vital systems is also increasing. Control of space is the ability to assure access to space, freedom of operations within the space medium, and an ability to deny others use of space if required. United States Space Command Vision for 2020. And this was written in the 90s.
They're bringing it all together with the Space Force and how they're trying to control it all.
This is back in Revelation 12. And I'm gonna start at 7 again. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was there place found anymore in heaven. So that links up with 2 Ezra 13. The multitude gathered together, man. It wasn't even there. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. And we know this is all about Esau, man. It's going back to the beginning.
Because the devil mean Diabolos, deceiver, and then Satan goes into the adversary. Esau embodies those characteristics.
It said called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. It says, and he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So
that's right.
Yep. It said, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power. Because after this war that takes place, Israel's going to be set up, and we're going to have the kingdom back. It says, now is salvation and strength, because we're going to also be delivered. That's another thing. Because the Lord is coming to destroy and to deliver. He's coming to do two things.
Yep.
New bodies.
And this the war, this Third World War, is a way for the Lord to just move these individuals out of the way by having them fight against themselves.
I had to do a project in 4th grade. My teacher made us all do what we thought would happen if there was ever another world war. And I said it was going to be the end of the world. But a lot of the children all said the same thing. But everybody's had that thought that there was a World War III, that just meant the end of the world.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, but
now war is on everybody's spirit.
Yep.
You know, the end is on everybody's spirit. You can't really shake it.
War is on everybody's spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. It says, now is salvation come, or select. Now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power. And the power, well, also too, what is that? Revelation 11:15, it said that this kingdom has become the kingdom of our Lord.
Yep.
So Yahweh, what doesn't it say in Daniel that the saints shall take the kingdom?
Yeah.
But that's going to be through Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
All right? Because Yahweh Shai is going to destroy this place, man. Take back what's his. Take back what was defiled and done, like the brother said, to Israel with the pillaging and rape, the robbery, the murder. You know, just violating all the laws. So it says for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And that's going into Esau. You know, it says our accuser, which is Esau, is cast down. So Esau, that's how we know it's talking about Esau being destroyed. All right, but he accused us. We already know by having the Israelites go off. All right, by having all the laws opposite of how the Lord set everything up in this time, or from the beginning. All right, because we already know Esau promotes everything that's anti against the Heavenly Father. All right, you're allowed to do anything wicked, man, that is against the Holy Scriptures.
Yeah. Teaching the world how to blaspheme.
Right, teaching, yeah.
Yeah, and if you keep Israel from going off against the law, that Jacob be in perpetual sin and he can continue to rule. I got a quick precept. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on earth, speaking about Yahweh Shai. It says, and what will I if it already be kindled? And it's showing you that, it's already the fire is already going to be kindled in the earth via World War III. The Lord's going to come back in the midst of it. That's why Ronald Reagan said what he said. He said, would they not put aside their differences if they was facing an alien threat from outside this world? Yeah. So they're going to already be at war with each other, having differences. But then once Yahweh Shai show up on the scene with the multitude and the host of heaven, they're going to try to fight against him. And that's when they're going to, lose miserably. And then I got another precept real quick. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. See, and that's the fire that's going to come from those the chariots. All right, those infinite energy laser beams, as I like to say. And it's going to rebuke the world. So that's the balance. Well, the missiles is going to be the finishing, the cherry on top. What else? Oh, wait, Salaki. One more. Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by sword will you plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah.
So, contrary to popular belief, you got many people that thinking that the Lord coming back with love, kisses, and hugs, and turtle dove. You know, no, man, he coming back to slay and kill many people. Man. That's why it says in Revelation that he had a vesture dipped in blood, which symbolizes all the killing that he gonna do. You know, he that treadeth in the wine press alone. And I think in the French custom, they still got it to where they tread on. You know, they wear them tall boots and they stump out the wine, and you know, it's all on. That's how the Lord. He's gonna be buried in blood.
Yeah, the Lord represents, or you people represent or resemble grapes. That's how the Lord. What's the word? Compares you to. Especially Esau, man. He's gonna crush you like a grape. Like another thing that Fury said, ant, boot. What quarrel does an ant have with a boot?
It'd be squashed.
But I got a precept. I forgot about this, man. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:16. It says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout." And I'm bringing that up because of the importance of descending. Why? Yeah. He's coming from the heavens. He's coming from the clouds, the sky. But he's coming with a chariot. So it says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel," which Michael, right? Yeah. "And with the trump of the Most High. And the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first." But that links up with Revelation 2.
Yeah.
And how he's going to return in this time. All right? That strangest of salvations going into the chariots. All right? That's one of the strange things. It all lines up. So.
Yeah, it's faithful and true. Anybody else have anything? I can go back to this article. It's just a little bit more. So this is back in the article. DailyMail.com. All right. Okay, God. So I got you. So just picking back up, he's from the article. It says he added, in a lot of different scriptures, including the Bible and others, that's really the way that you describe messengers of God or angels. See, basically, with the maneuverability of these UFOs.
Ezekiel 1.
God. It says Republican Burleson's comments echo statements by fellow GOP, all right, Congressman Tim Burchett, who told reporters last year that he believes the first chapter of Ezekiel is pretty clear of a UFO sighting.
Oh, shit.
Right.
So they watch. They watch. They know.
It says their comments highlight the frenzy of UFO speculation in Washington, D.C. over the past 7 months, provoked by whistleblower David Grush's testimony that the government is in possession of off-world craft.
Hey, what's the name of the author of this?
Should send it to the current events.
It's already in there. It's
watch
the last
this
article.
dude, see if he get taken out.
So this is by Matthew Phelan for DailyMail.com.
You got a lot of independent writers and authors out here and we in that time where everything is getting revealed and exposed, man. Matthew 10 and 26. Everything is getting uncovered.
That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Prophecy.
Come on, man. That would never been written 15 years ago.
Hell no.
Right.
And then they were
in that time of things being revealed.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
And then even in those council meetings where they had to reveal certain of the evidence, they were reluctant to reveal it. And then they kept talking about, oh, we're going to disclose that in another hearing.
It has to be a private setting.
Yeah, exactly.
Now for the public is, they going into the videos, they watching the videos, they watching the prophets, they watching the men of the Lord, they going into them scriptures, and they seeing what we say, and they comparing it to what they see. Mm-hmm. That's behind closed doors, man.
Yep. Yeah, because that's
all right. That's why it's a you have those that know, and then you have those that don't know. So when they go against those hearings that's publicized and that's live, when they ask certain questions, we can't disclose that. We can't say that. We can't say that. We can't say that. We can't. And they getting pissed. Like, the fuck you mean? Y'all been studying for 20 fucking years. Why y'all can't say this? Because it's people that's supposed to know and people that ain't supposed to know. So they know it's it's a circle.
Yep, that's it.
It's a pyramid. Like the pyramid, with the quote-unquote Illuminati pyramid, all right, you have different layers to it.
Yeah.
Now the Mason, they think that 33rd degree Mason is the top level. No, you just at this particular level, nigga. It's a hierarchy than that. See, the celebrities and the people in the public, right, exactly.
Entertainment.
And the entertainers, they only get to the 33rd degree. That's the Grand Master. They think that that's the highest level of it. There's different sections to that level.
There's like almost 100 degrees.
It's a lot of degrees.
300.
There's different levels to this thing, man. All right.
Yeah, and that's what.
And guess what? When you go into another level, you'll find out that the next level wasn't nothing. Then when you get to another level, you find like, oh shit, there's another level.
And
then there's another level. Then there's another level. And they hoodwinking everybody. When you get to a higher level, it's like everybody's hoodwinked on the particular levels because there's another form of it.
I think in the Pale Horse it reveals that each level lies to the level underneath.
Exactly.
It's all about deception.
It's all
and that's
about
why
deception.
You got these entertainers being exposed because you got higher ups allowing them to be exposed. Like Diddy in their situation. They only doing that for distraction, so they allow that shit to happen. So they deceive at every level. So every level.
Because they think Diddy them, they think that they won't get exposed on this shit.
Yeah.
So when they see their name publicized, pedophilia, rape, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I thought I did my.
They making all these calls. I did my sacrifice and I did this, I did that. So when you see them again, they all distraught. They all fucked up. They get to doing drugs and all type of shit. Diddy, that nigga ain't gonna never be the same. He thought the sacrifice of Biggie. He thought the sacrifice of Cassie. All that shit that they did, they thought that they was covered for it.
Yeah.
And you find out, nigga, you are never covered because of deception. You're used for what the fuck you used for, nigga. Now get your now take that.
Take your $5 ass.
Now take your $5 ass down. Now take that.
What did the dude say that? What's the dude's name in Blood and Bone? He's like, James. He's like, face it, James. Did you set a plate for your dog at the dinner table? Outside of your athleticism and acrobatics, we have no need for you.
He was shitting on Jake Heavy, bro. I remember that. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
It is.
Bloodbone with Michael Jai White.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Precept. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 2, just going into the fact that everything that has been hidden will ultimately be put out in the forefront. This is the book of Luke, chapper 12, and verse 2. I'm going to read down to 3. It says, this is red letter too, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking, our Lord. It says, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Man, Esau did an extensive amount of trying to keep his stuff hidden. That's why, like, going back to High Priest Ariel, they jumped out the account that they tell us about. He said, "How did you find this out?" We paid millions to have it covered, to have it hid. Man. But shit, you got the power working with us, man, and he's a revealer of secrets. It tells you that.
In Revelation 11:11, man, it said that the spirit of. I wish I could somebody get that. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
Come.
Revelation 11:11, real quick. Because look, man, what we doing, probably out by Shema Shai, man. This ain't no joke. This really ain't no joke. Brothers, beginning with the apostles and the elder bishops and other elder brothers and the tier 1 brothers, 2, 3 brothers and all that. I've actually been witnessing it in different notches and levels of this truth. That this really ain't no joke, and how we can see that this Esau world is over with, man. We were born in this generation where we are witnessing the downfall of an empire. Every empire has a downfall. Okay?
Every empire
has a certain downfall. And we were blessed to be a part of the downfall of this empire by those key people in the middle of the scenes
Yeah, that's
breaking this thing down.
We were talking about that in class, y'all remember?
Yeah.
That
You know?
certain prophets, they got to see the prosperity of Jake. Some prophets got to see Jake spoiled, and then another, the Lord will raise somebody up.
Yeah,
We had the back end.
We are at the end of the transitioning of the empire.
Sirach 25 and 7.
This is the end of it. This is the, now, like, let's go 70 years ago. It was started, but guess what? Those people are good. They dead now. They may be born now at their age. Don't know shit. Don't know what's going on. They don't know what's really going on.
No.
But we're blessed at this level to see the transition of the empire's change right now.
Well, it says that's why it said that many prophets and kings have desired to see these things that you see,
sir.
because the prophets, if they would have kept their mind state from the time back then to now, and they got to actually finally see these things unfold, that's something that is greatly to be desired, because they're seeing the end of what they spoke when
It's
they
the
were
eye
speaking.
sound.
Con. But now we're getting to see what these men before us were talking about.
Yep.
This is going to happen one day. This is going to happen one day. Will it happen now? What is going to happen here? No, a little bit more. Now we're seeing it go or happen now.
This is that generation. This is the shift of the generation right here, right now.
Yeah, quick precept to your point that you just brought out. Ecclesiastes or Sirach. Like, you just brought that up. That's what
No, I was going to read that.
Okay, the spirit. Ecclesiastes or Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. So, hey, if you hear now,
That's the ending of the poem.
Yeah. Everybody
gets it.
Man, it tells you in this is about the Roman Empire, but we can use it now. But like in 2 Edges 11, when it said, for so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Yeah.
For a very long time, and this devil's been ruling. We've been under the rule of the ringleader of the wicked man from the very beginning, that old serpent Satan. All right, since the beginning, man, and we're finally getting to a point where this man's going to be put out. He ain't going to be here no more. All right, he's going to be subdued too.
He has to be.
Right.
And because of his estranged, wicked, sinister, malicious, malignant.
It tells you in 2 Edges 4, if the evil be put not out, and the righteousness spoken about can't come in. So in Esau, there's no going around it.
I got something.
Come on.
This is 2 Ezra 6:27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. This is 2 Ezra 6:27. You got that? For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
And this, in a physical aspect too, that's describing also Esau, but also the transition of the kingdom, man. Because Esau is the one that is evil. He's the one speaking deceit. He's corruption, because to be corrupt means that you're willingly dishonest. Yeah. And Esau is willing to. You give this man, and this man will wait an eternity to finally deceive again. He will stay there and plan his mischief. If we allowed him to, let's just see. Maybe give him 1,000 years, and maybe he'll change his ways. No, scriptures say in Revelation, man, that after all this place is destroyed, it says that he's still not going to repent of the sorceries and wickedness that he committed, man.
Hell no.
They ain't gonna repent. They ain't gonna apologize for what they did.
Right. Think about it during the Byzantine Empire, the so-called Dark Ages.
He was out
in Europe.
Yeah,
he was gone for 1,000 years. He was had a seal put upon him. But he still was contemplating wickedness. You see what he did when he came out. We come into the end of that short season that he was released to put forth wickedness and deception and lies in the earth.
Yep.
And now when he shut up the second time, It's gonna be for that 1,000 years, but he's gonna be destroyed after that. This time.
After they destroyed Israel, they created something called Rabbi Judaism, and they used this to be the top religion today, Christianity.
Yeah, the top, like the rabbinic, what do you call them? Priests or whatever the hell you want to call them.
Oh,
They the authority of everything,
Right.
basically.
this devil man.
So if that title is there, you know, like, yeah, it's legit.
we got to get rid of this man. And Yahweh Shai is going to come and do that, man.
Can I finish this? Luke 12.
Yes, sir.
Read again, Luke 12:2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. So every secret will be made manifest in the end times, man. Verse 3. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light. What does the light represent? It represents his ministry, his truth. Us laboring, highways and byways, the internet, putting up videos, edifying the hopeful elect. So everything that Esau has said in darkness, which is in their meetings, in their secret councils, is being brought out through the Holy Spirit, man. Yeah. But it says, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. That's why we go out on the highways and byways and we labor, because the Lord has put the Spirit on us to uncover everything that has been covered up in the earth. I believe it's Isaiah goes into the covering cast over the whole earth.
Yep.
Esau has put blinders over everybody's eyes, man. Yep. All 18 nations. Most of them don't know who they are. For those of us who wake up to the truth in these last days, you're blessed. So the Lord he was prophesying right here that every single thing that you have covered up on the earth will be uncovered, and you will be kicked out of the damn earth, man.
Yep. Well, that's why it says that they're going to be narrowly looked upon in that time. Yep. Because we're going to know everything that they did, man. Some stuff that we still don't even know too, man.
Oh, we're going to know it all in the kingdom.
Yeah.
The Lord got us on the level of just knowing this, because the other shit,
oh, man.
Well, no, I may not be able to, like...
I was seeing how... I've been looking at stuff that Esau was extremely petty over, man. Like little shit. Yeah. And I was going back to, what's his name? Michael Jordan, with the interview he had in 1984. Who was it? With Letterman? Was it David Letterman? Or can't remember the place where he did this interview at. But he had been banned and he had been fined for wearing his sneakers. It was Jordans. And they asked him, like, well, why? And he said, there was no white in it. And everybody was laughing, but he's like, yeah, that was the truth. They didn't have no white. He said that white gives the appearance of a professional look. But it was petty because Esau is fucking petty. Devil cakes are black. Angel cake is white. They call healthy fats. Don't even tell you there's a healthy fat in our bodies, and the healthy fat is brown. Unhealthy fat is white. They call it white noise is unhealthy, but you actually got a healthy noise called brown noise. Shit like that, man. So like, man, Esau cuts down trees around the red line districts. He cuts down the trees to lower the temperature or the higher the. Well, no, so red line zone or red line areas, they cut the trees down to make the temperatures hotter. So they're intentionally making it hotter for y'all. Right. That's why it's always goddamn hot over here.
No, you heard it. I caught that right away.
Well, it's always dark.
He said it in his mind before he let it come out. That's what he left. What do you mean, you people?
They leave the street lights off too.
Oh, shit. I got Obadiah. You see on every time.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verses 1 and 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
The prophets. Yeah. In 2 Thessalonians, it says that he shall be consumed with the spirit of his mouth.
Yeah,
and that's by the way of the prophets.
Yeah, you destroy a secret society by revealing its secrets. Yeah. You destroy secrecy to reveal lies. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what the Lord is doing. And Esau is, his only weapon was lies. Nobody would accept him. Nobody would accept him if he told himself or he told the world who he really was. So.
Well, that's going back to Cain. Cain, that fugitive.
Right. Yep.
And we're at the time where Cain is being identified Now everyone wants to kill him. Remember what he told the Lord.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember what he
Yeah,
said. He
that's
said,
right.
and this mark I cannot bear because everyone, want to kill me.
Yep.
He can't bear the mark.
Yeah.
He's a fugitive. Now everybody's like, hey, that's Cain. And indirectly,
Yeah.
it's like, that's Cain. That's the nigga who been trying to escape all judgment. He been found out. That's Cain. We were witnessing Cain being revealed.
They had
Okay.
that post on the, I can't remember, I don't know what it was. It said ban white people, or ban white men until we figure out what the fuck is going on.
Hey, remember when? Well, remember in 2000 and
You got to.
2013.
That Eve was
So
just,
yeah, about 2013. Remember the Jake with the dread heads? In 2013, he got on the
Year.
UN. And he said we gotta,
Oh,
we gotta,
yeah,
we gotta,
that was
he said we gotta kill all goddamn Edomites.
Yeah,
He said we gotta take out all the Edomite people. Well, he said Edomite, he said white people.
White people.
He had on a Jamaican hat.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
He had all tricks back in 2013.
He said,
13, 14.
He looked at the white people, he said, white people are evil.
Yep.
And he looked right at the camera like,
Yep.
yes, they're evil.
Yep.
I
I said it. Yep. And he said we gotta take these niggas out.
now you ask today, is it good to be a white person? People say, hell
Say
no.
No.
Yeah.
Too much
Nope.
baggage. Too
Nope.
much.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. They caught. They
Yep.
caught. Edomites don't even want to be Edomites no more.
Yep.
Hey, it's like
We at the end.
It's like
Oh,
the
they don't
movie.
exist.
We're all humans.
Yeah, well, the human race.
And he's a true fugitive. Though. It's like the movie. You're a fugitive. They see you, and everybody they look at the TV and they look at you like, "Ain't you that?"
When they seen
Chris Tucker.
they seen Chris Tucker, the police seen Chris Tucker on the screen, and they looked at him. They looked back at the screen. They looked at him. He looked at him like. He tried to look away. He tried to get up and run. Yeah, man.
I was thinking about the
We
district.
caught you, nigga.
The District 9. Y'all remember District 9?
Yeah,
The dude
yeah.
having the sex with the alien, supposedly.
Oh, man.
And they had him on the TV.
Hey,
Caught.
The first episode, Will, he had
The fake mustache. That's a fake mustache.
No, it
You
ain't.
still try to lie?
No, it's not.
Yeah, man. You caught. Esau
Man.
been caught, man. So one more, two precepts, and then we're gonna end it.
Uh,
Go ahead.
in Isaiah 47:3, it says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered,
Perfect.
yea,
I was just on that.
thy shame shall be seen."
Right.
That's what's going on now. Like everybody's seeing the all the evil works of Esau, starting with the top of Esau and down. It says, "I will take vengeance, and I will not meet the other man." Now, I was holding this because I was going to say that the Lord is coming back. He's not a man. He's not the one that you put to death.
That's right.
He's coming back as a power, and you're gonna see it. You starting to see he visiting the earth that that he made.
You finna come?
It's his world.
I got something.
Yep.
Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Yeah,
The
that's
cup.
that reproach. That's that reproach.
The reproach.
So the Lord is reproaching you using us.
That's right. The cup of the Lord, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yeah. See?
This ain't the land of milk and honey.
Yep.
Home of the what's that shit? Home of the brave.
Proud
Free,
brave.
home
Free,
brave.
brave.
Brave. Yep. Whatever that shit is.
Y'all never seen Goon?
This
The movie
ain't
Goon?
Goonies.
No, Goon. It's called Goon.
With Sean William Scott, the hockey movie.
It's the it's the
There's,
hockey
well, there's a
movie.
scene where Jay Bashu and the Canadian man, they're looking at a magazine, they get into an argument, and he walks in the room and they're fucking spitting at each other, like, just spitting back and forth. I'm just like, and they're blocking each other with a magazine, and I'm just, that's like how it's gonna be on Esau, man. Like,
Shameful spewing
just-
on their glory.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, this is gonna be what the Lord got
That's
reserved for Esau is gonna be horrible.
it's the heritage of the wicked oppressions.
That's it. That's it. So hey, you got your clothes on.
Yeah, so Esau is the example what not to be in the world. These chariots, look, they scaring them. And hey man, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying for you, Akim, that tuned in. Until next time, hey, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem HaKadosh.
double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect members who are scattered to the four winds of the earth. Shalom.
Bubble ball.
So we both don't. Oh, he got that.